Hi, everybody. Angel here with confidencescatchy.com. Thanks for tuning in today. Happy Friday afternoon. We finally made it, right? I'm glad that you could be with us today. Thank you for those who are returning to our live stream and to our recordings. Thanks for coming again. And for those of you who might be meeting us for the first time, my name is Angel. I own a website called confidencescatchy.com, and we try to link people up with information on confidence so they can build more in themselves and in the people around them. That's the catchy part. So thanks for tuning in. And the reason I say we is because although I'm pretty much running the show right now, there's a lot of really great people involved in what I do in a tangential kind of way. So you met one of them earlier this week, which was Bridget Cooper. She is going to be one of the speakers at our event at the end of the month. And next week you will meet another one of our speakers, possibly two of our speakers, in another live stream early next week. So there are others of me that all bring their own gifts and their own amazing talent to what we do here. And so that's why I always say we and our, because it's not just me as much as I might be the face of it. There's certainly a lot of fantastic people behind the scenes. Thank you, David. Yes, I did just come back from the hairdresser. So today we're talking about heart. And yesterday we talked a little bit about how courage leads into power. And then once you realize you have power, how are you going to use it in the world? And if you use it for good, usually that means you're coming from your heart. And today I want to expand upon that a little bit because I think heart is one of the things that it's one of the words I'd love to redefine. I love to think about the English language. My background is education in English. And I love to think about how the impact of words and the association of words basically changes the way we look at things. So heart is one of those, you probably heard people say heart-centered or coming from the heart. And a lot of us have a soft, mushy, lovey-dovey theory about that. And so when you compare that to power, which is what we've been talking about, and courage, those words tend to have a completely different connotation, right? We equate those with strength. We sometimes equate those, unfortunately, especially the word power, we often equate that with somebody that maybe wields that in a way that's not good, and oppresses other people. And so when I think of heart and power and courage all kind of together, I would love to redefine that trifecta a little bit so that we can understand that the true power and true courage comes from heart. They are not opposites at all. They are actually very much linked together to who we are as a person and what we want to see in the world. And if you look at some of the greatest historical figures, those who have made the biggest impact on the world, many of them were not necessarily considered powerful people until their heart showed through, until they were acting from their conviction and from the thing that made their soul happy, right? And so when you look at powerful, positive influences in the world, you almost can't take the power from the heart or the heart from the power. These two things go together. There's a bunch of examples, and all of them are good. But what I want to get to the bottom of in your mind is that we tend to look at these things as opposites. We tend to look at confidence and think, well, if I'm shy, or if I'm scared to speak up to myself, or if I don't have things all together, then I must not be confident. Not true. There's confidence, there's nuggets of confidence in all of us. We tend to put this word confidence up on a pedestal, honestly, and think that it's like this entire package, right? This whole package deal. And that's really not how it goes down. Power is another one where we tend to have a thought in our head of what power looks like. And unfortunately, because some people have wielded power in a bad way, we have this negative connotation, or at least we have this connotation that it is something outside of the realm of what we are called to do. And so I challenge that, because really all of those people that have really made an impact on the world have done so, a positive impact on the world, have done so because they were coming from a place of following their heart. And that positive impact, I'm sure, is what you're trying to look for in the world. That's what I'm trying to make in the world. And in order to do that, you cannot fully get to your power. You cannot fully get to your courage until you tap into what's in your heart. And so when I talk about heart, I'm talking about the values and the convictions that you hold dear to you, and that they kind of form the person that you are around. You kind of form the person that you are around them, and you also put them into everything that you do. So when I talk about heart, I think about people in my own life that have a very strong love of other people, and it comes through in every aspect of what they do. And I was just speaking with one of them this morning through a video chat. One who puts a heart on everything. On if Facebook Hearts, if you could get an award for Facebook Hearts, I think this friend of mine might win, because she comes from her heart. And so when she sees something that touches her heart, she shares it, and she puts that heart medallion on there, because that's where she lives. She's a woman of great heart. And so when you surround yourself with people like that, you start to realize that those people have so much power that they don't even sometimes realize, because, again, because our language and our conditioning makes us think that coming from the heart or being heart-centered is somehow less than being powerful. And I'm here to tell you that you can't really get powerful without listening to your heart. So I hope that today you will really think about a little bit more what bringing that part of you forward could mean, from the perspective of courage, confidence, and power. When you allow that vulnerability, when you allow people to see what is most important to you, if you want to call it wearing your heart on your sleeve, that's not a negative. That is a positive attribute that people can go, that person I want to know more. That person is a good person, and I want to support what they're doing, and I want to get behind where they're headed, and why this is drawing them to do the things that they do. And so I think of so many people in my life right now, many of you that are involved in this group, and many of you that are on my Facebook page, that have such big hearts and so much to give to the world. And I want you to look at that as a strength and really dig into it over the next couple days. What does that mean for you? Who are you at the core? And what can bringing that forward be in your life? What could showing that and not holding it tight because you're afraid someone's gonna, break your heart? The best way to be a fully you is to put your heart out and give love to others. And so I'm going to encourage you today, if you feel like you're hiding that part of yourself, to think about why, and how can we move forward past that so that you can really show everyone who you really are. So for today, that's my thoughts on heart. And for those of you that I know have really, 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 really big ones, you are so much more powerful than you know. I am going to be sharing with you over the next couple of days some really great information as we move closer to the Constructing Confidence Live event. I will tell you that I have some amazing business partners coming in with donations to help us feed you all, and also with items for raffles and prizes and giveaways. And so if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, I'm going to encourage you to do that. And if you haven't brought a friend along or told a friend about it, now would be a good time. There are some seats left. There's a little bit of space. This is a kind of event that it's great to have somebody with you, not just because we love to be around our friends, but because you're going to be growing together, and it's going to be kind of that bonding experience that we're all looking for. I spoke to one of our facilitators this morning, Jenny. She's got some great ideas about what she's doing in the morning segment. And those of you who saw Bridget on my live stream earlier in the week, you know what you're in for after lunch. So I'm really excited to bring some amazing speakers to you, as well as go over some of the concepts that we've been talking about for the few weeks in more depth. So if you haven't gotten your ticket, now's the time. And that website is constructingconfidencelive.com. So I hope to see you there. And of course, we'll see you tomorrow as we talk more about heart. Have a great day. Bye.